Welcome to That's Based. Happy Monday. I'm your host, as always, Caleb Salvatore, reporting from somewhere underground. We're laughing our way through the end of days. Brought to you by Outlaw Streamers and our friends at Blood of Tyrants Wines. Drink bloodofTyrants.com. Promo code BASED, BASED. Like the title of the show, going to save you 10% off your order at the checkout. One more time, that's drinkbloodofTyrants.com. Promo code BASED, BASED. Like the title of the show, will save you 10% off your order at the checkout. They have two types of wine, red and white, along with the Liquid Freedom energy drink. Drink bloodofTyrants.com. Promo code BASED, BASED. Like the title of the show, will save you 10% off your order at the checkout. Put a little bit of money into my pocket and support the brands that have similar worldviews to you. All right. Well, it is the unsolicited advice segment. We do these every Monday. Stockholm Mia, the red face of white supremacy, is here with us. She's scoured the internet for a couple of stories here, and she's found some folks that maybe need a little bit of help, and we're going to do it. Although they're not asking for help from us. They're asking for help from different people. Anything you want to preface these stories with here?
I don't know. One of them's from a Facebook group.
Okay. Great. No single moms this time?
No single moms.
Wow. That's a miracle. The food stamps for the month must have hit, right? That's, so we have, so Mia has accused me of killing the plants in this room because she claimed that we have several plants in this room. There's three, two big ones and then a small one. The small one looks, as the kids say, cooked. The middle one is fighting for its life. It's like, what's a good comparison I could make to it? It's like the 25-year-old kid that just got diagnosed with this really rare cancer, but fuck is it fighting? Right? Fuck is he fighting? Right? Like he's going through all the treatments, everything, and the doctors think he's got a shot, but he's got to hold on. And the wrong day, somebody sneezes on him, gives him the flu, it's over. And then we've got the big one over here, which has been the most neglected. And it's like watching an old man on oxygen at this point. Like he may not be going to go today or tomorrow, but you know it's coming soon and nobody's going to be surprised when that day comes. But she's accused me of killing these plants because evidently there's some bizarre conspiracy theory on the internet that says if you talk nicely to the plants, they'll grow better and they'll be healthier. It's this new plant mom bullshit that you see these white liberal women with septum piercings pushing on the internet. Plant mom. It's cringier than dog and cat mom. It's plant mom. It's a real thing. Well, it's not a real thing, but they think it's a real thing. And they claim if you talk nicely to the plants, they won't die. And as you can see, this room is solely used for this business venture here at That Space. That's how we get the home office tax write-off, which saved me a bunch of money this year. But this room is solely for this business venture. And as you can see, there are not a lot of nice words being used in this room with these plants. That's her theory, is that I'm killing the plants. Not her who's watered them twice in 4 months. I'm killing the plants by saying mean words in the room where they're supposed to be. I'm not going to say the room where they're growing because they're not growing. In the room where they're supposed to be growing. Do you have anything you'd like to add? Did I leave any missing context out? You are here to defend yourself. If you'd like to add anything.
You know, you can water the plants too.
No, because evidently I kill them when I touch them. Nope.
You're mean to them.
I'm not. I don't even talk to them.
You don't want to be here.
Then move them.
We can't. It's attached to the wall.
It would be kind of a pain in the ass. They're fine.
Well, one of them, the little small one, I have not touched since we've moved in because I forget about it.
Yeah, he's cooked. And you know what? And when I told you, hey, you're forgetting about that one, you still didn't water it. So I don't know what you want me to say here. I've also got some big news that we've got to report on here big news, little life update that I thought some of you might be interested in. If you're a member of the That's Based with Caleb Salvatore Facebook group, you already know what I'm about to tell you. But if you're not, buckle up. So Thursday, what day was Thursday, the 27th? Thursday, February 27th, I'm scrolling through Facebook, and there is an account that I like to terrorize on Facebook. And it goes by the name of Gene Stothert for Mayor. And as it turns out, I have been blocked by Mayor Stothert's official campaign Facebook page the day after we aired the episode where I was, would you say it's fair to say I was a little critical of her?
Only a little.
I thought I was fair, though. But I was a tad bit critical of her. I may have taken some extremely low blows on Mayor Stothert, but I felt that everything was warranted. I felt I was within my rights as a citizen. Well, she has two accounts. So she has the official mayor account and the campaign account. However, you've got numerous Supreme Court cases, including the First Amendment Institute versus Trump, that specifically say politicians, elected officials, I should say, cannot block their constituents on their public social media accounts, including the campaign accounts, if they use it to share official city business, which she does on the regular there. So Mayor Stothert has violated my First Amendment rights and a Supreme Court ruling, multiple Supreme Court rulings. So I am currently, how do I put this? Well, now, I am currently exploring legal action that we can take against Mayor Stothert. We're looking into suing her. Now, I wouldn't get any money from this. In fact, it would probably cost me money. But I think it would be worth it. Mia, what do you think? Do you think it would be worth it for me to sue Stothert?
No.
No? So you're just looking for the financial. I'm looking at the amount of publicity that would bring us if we sued her.
Exactly.
Why? Do you don't want publicity? That's the whole point of the show. Why don't I just go outside and yell into the driveway if we're not doing this for publicity? I'm leaning toward suing Stothert. If I can find an attorney who's willing to do it pro bono, which is going to require a number of people to throw their names on this, I'm probably going to do it. And so this is where you guys come into play. If you're a member of the That Space with Caleb Salvatore Facebook group, you can go to the pinned post and you'll see it there. And you can let me know if you've also been blocked by the mayor. If you know anyone who hasn't or who has been blocked by the mayor, forward them to my Facebook group, to the pinned post. They can let me know. We are looking for victims of the mayor's online tyranny. And we are going to put together a class action lawsuit and call her out on her bullshit. Because here's the thing. Politicians do this all the time. They just bank on the fact that the people they're blocking don't have the time, the financial resources, or the incentive to come after them. Guess what? I have all three. So we're going to have some fun, Gene. We'll see you in court, okay? Okay, let's get into these stories here. Which one should I do first?
Take your pick. The first one I emailed to you.
Okay. Am I the asshole for making my husband's death look like a suicide? Wrong one. Okay, my bad. Okay. Am I the asshole, or is this relationship exhausting? Part of me does think I'm the asshole, but am I really? 21 female, 29 married. I have a child. We have a child together. My husband got a new phone. He needed one. It wasn't a spur of the moment thing. His phone completely stopped working. He wanted an Android, so that is what he got. He made the switch from iPhone to Android. I've only ever had iPhones. I never got the phone, or I says I never realized how different the two were. I was I hate people with bad grammar. I was fine while we got the phone. Even right after, it didn't hit me till the next day. This is so different. I'm struggling with the fact that Android opens up room for cheating. What? What? I never fact-checked his location. I never went through his phone before, but I knew the password if I wanted to. The option was always there, We got this phone, the option went away. I brought it up to him and it started a fight. I know he's right. He's always with me or working and we have so much together. Why wouldn't he ruin that? His words. This person types like a fucking idiot. This is so hard to read. Oh my God. But it's the not knowing, not having the option to see even if I wanted. Deep down, I know he wouldn't do that to me, but my thoughts are overwhelming. Please be straightforward with me. Am I the asshole? Yeah, you're a psycho. He's never done anything to violate my trust, but the mere fact that I can't track his location at any given moment and don't know his password sets me off. Yeah, you're not the asshole. You're the lunatic. This woman is going to kill her husband. I was joking when I opened the story up with that, but this woman's actually going to whack her husband here. Oh my God. Lunatic. I'm ignoring the age gap thing.
What's the age gap?
21. She's 21. He's 29.
Oh.
I don't know when they got together. It doesn't say. Here's my thing. It says, I never checked his location and I never went through his phone before, but I knew the password if I wanted to. The option was always there. She's lying. She's lying. She checks his location daily. She's gone through his phone on numerous occasions when he's either in the shower or he's asleep or whatever the case may be. She's lying here. That's the important thing to gather from this. She's a lunatic. She's going to kill him in his sleep. Am I leaving anything out?
Nope.
No. All right, next one here. Let's go to this one. All right, am I the asshole for not loading the post? Here goes. Am I the asshole for not paying my friend back $10? They're both 35 females. Said, my friend and I went to a show together. I was super excited about seeing the show and originally was going to go by myself. My friend decided the day before the show that she'd be able to join me. She asked for me to pay for her ticket and she'd pay me back when we got to the show. I agreed and I just paid for her ticket. The tickets cost $30 each without tax, fees, etc. Before we got to the show, I found out that we'd have to pay for valet parking if we parked at the show. Neither of us wanted to do that, so she suggested that I drive to her place, we take an Uber from there, and we split the cost of the Uber. I agreed, but suggested that since she owed me $30 for the ticket I bought her, to use the $30 for my half of the Uber so she didn't have to pay me back. Sounds reasonable. That makes things easy. Guys do that. Here's the thing. They didn't have to tell me the genders here. Because I knew it was women. Because only women would get upset with the other women about this type of shit. Men, we're good. Hey, bro, I paid for your ticket. You just want to foot the Uber? Sure. Hey, man, I bought you a beer. I'll get you back. We always get each other back, and even when we don't, it's not a big deal. It's women that drive these little petty things between them. Says, she asked, what if the Uber came up to more money, and I said we'd split the difference. I'd pay the rest of my half. The Uber there cost $20. The Uber going back cost $30. Totaling $50 altogether. I had a couple drinks at the show and was pretty tired, so when she showed me her math, she subtracted $30 from the $50 and then split the remaining $20 in half. Told me I owed her $20. No, or $10. No, you don't. I mean, as we all know from the show that aired Wednesday, I am a huge math fan, right? I'm a huge fan of math and statistics and numbers here. So so she gave her $30 to cover $60. Right? Assuming that the Uber would be $60, right? The Uber there cost $20. Uber back was $30. So $50 altogether. So if anything, she owes you $5. Whatever. This is the stupid thing to fight about. It's $5. You can't buy anything for $5.
Well, the girl that paid for the tickets, she doesn't care about the $5.
I know.
Like, she's even said in the comments, like, she doesn't care about the $5.
So the next day. So not only is she wrong, she's confidently wrong. So the next day she reminded me that I owed her $10. I realized the math she applied was not right. It was not the right math, and I told her, I reminded her that we agreed to split the Uber, so I would have owed her money only if my half was over $30. The math should have been 50 divided by 2 equals 25, and since I owed 25, not 30, I didn't owe her an additional $10. After I said I wasn't going to pay her the $10, then texted me if I didn't have the money, I should have just said so. I replied, it's not about the money. What do you mean you don't have the money? You paid for her ticket. She applied the wrong math, so I truly didn't owe her anything. Stop being friends with idiots. How about that? I mean, you're friends with someone who can't do simple math equations. Get them out of your life. This is not advanced geometry or rocket science here. So she then began to say that I was gaslighting her. No, you gaslight yourself every waking moment of your life by merely being alive, you fucktard. So I was gaslighting her and taking advantage of her by making her pay for the whole Uber by herself. I tried in multiple different ways to explain that this was not the case, but she did not want to hear any of it and refused to talk to me about it. I called a mutual friend. The friend said I should have just paid her $10 since I initially... No, that's not how it works. You initially agreed to if a certain qualification was met. If a specific set of agreements were met. They weren't. So I don't know what the hell you owe her. Don't owe her anything. Am I missing anything here?
No, I mean, the tickets were even more than 62 because she said that didn't include taxes and fees.
Right. So, yeah, she actually owes you money. She's an idiot. So I don't know what...
Even if she wasn't right and she did actually owe her $10, I don't know why the friend is freaking out that much. Like, it's $10.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have even, like, if I was in that position, I wouldn't have even, like, paid attention.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and most people wouldn't here. So, I mean, I think what's going on here is there's projection from the friend, because the thing that jumps out to me here is the friend says, if you don't have the money, just tell me. So I think the friend is actually really insecure about the fact that she can't afford the $5 or $10 or whatever it was from this Uber. And like, this is genuinely going to make or break her. So she's projecting onto her. And the reason you don't push this hard for money that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? You don't push this hard for money that's not going to make or break you. So I think there's some projection going. Am I wrong here?
No.
Yeah, I think there's projection going on here. All right, let's go to the last one here. Before we go to the last one, shout out to our sponsors, Firecracker Farm. If you go over to firecracker.farm, not .com, .org, or .net, firecracker.farm, and use the promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, you're going to save 10% off your order at the checkout on this great product they have called Hot Salt. Hot Salt's a combination of Mediterranean sea salt, Carolina Reaper, Scorpion Pepper, and Ghost Pepper. Hot Salt is made on a family farm with love, and it goes great on everything. Go check it out today and save yourself 10% on your order. Firecracker.farm, promo code BASED, B-A-S-E-D, like the title of the show, will save you 10% off your order at the checkout. All right, last one. Am I the asshole for returning my homemade wife's birthday gift? Hold on. We've got another retard here that writes on a third grade level. Am I the a-hole for returning my homemade wife's birthday gift me and telling her I don't want it?
Wait. Hold on, wait, what does that say?
Am I the asshole for returning my homemade wife's birthday gift me and telling her I don't want it? His homemade wife, he made her at home. He didn't buy her at the store. His homemade wife. And he is the gift. And he doesn't want himself. I then went out and bought what I actually wanted. Says, I need an outside opinion on this. This has been an ongoing issue that I have talked to her multiple times about. My wife makes less money than me, always good, and is the type of people who prefers to make her own gifts for people. I think instead of prefer, you mean has no choice but to. The issue is she will do this even if the person doesn't want this. Oh, so this is like The Office where Phyllis knitted the oven mitts. Says, I will use myself as an example. For the past few years, she has made every single gift I have ever been given. Or I've been given. No matter what I ask for, I get a homemade gift. Doesn't matter if it is cheap or not. Last Christmas, I asked for a few things. God, this guy, there are 2 out of 3 people I want to punch for no reason other than the fact they type like idiots. Good Lord. I mean, I'm not saying that you got to be Bill fucking Shakespeare here, but at least write on like a 6th grade level so I can follow what the hell you're saying. Last Christmas, I asked for knew a few things, and I got a homemade scarf. I always get her stuff she want. That's what it says, she want. You know, I was going to side with you, man, but not after this. She has to put up with your dumb ass. I have talked to her about this multiple times. He doesn't believe in plurals, in pluralities. He doesn't know how to use it. Did you know this? Was it here? That's why you picked it.
I didn't realize how messed up the title was, though. I forgot about that.
My birthday was yesterday, and I asked her to give me a book. Perfect. You can learn how to write and read. That's a great gift. Is it like one of those activity books for third graders where you write the whole sentence out that's right above it on the line right below it? That'd be a great gift for you. Some Hooked on Phonics? Fantastic. Says, my birthday was yesterday. I asked her to give me a book. It was only $25, and I sent her the link. I opened the gift, and she made some homemade bookmarks. What are you going to do with bookmarks if you don't have a book to put them in? What a bitch. She's an idiot. You're both idiots, and you both deserve each other. It's like I asked for an iPhone, and she got me AirPods. Oh my goodness! I wanted a new car and I got tires instead. Like I don't have a car though. Okay, so it says it wasn't even the type oof bookmarks I like. At least he used the pluralized bookmarks. They were made from fabric, and I like the wooden ones. I'm surprised this guy knows how to read at all. What do you think he's reading? Do you think he needs bookmarks for Dr. Seuss? I do not like green eggs and ham. All right, that's enough reading for tonight. Better put the bookmark in. I'll get back on page 3 and 4 tomorrow. I must have made a face because she asked what was wrong. I told her I didn't want these. I made it so clear what I actually wanted, and I have talked to her so many times. I handed them back and went out to buy the book. We had a big fight. When I got back, she claims I am being ungrateful and a jerk. Okay, I'm going to put his idiocy aside for a second here and actually address this, because this is one that's not black and white. The first one that we've had tonight. So this morning, sorry, we have to keep up the illusion that this is live. Remember? The illusion that this is live. So here's what I will say. She was wrong to do that for you because that's the thing. I mean, if this guy was asking for like Xbox and, iPhone, expensive shit like that, really nice power tools, and she was making him homemade stuff because she just couldn't afford it, that would be one thing. But he's asking for, it sounds like, hey, these are things I want that aren't that expensive that I wouldn't buy myself. This is what I want for my birthday. Which is what I normally ask for Christmas, right? Or with my birthday, which is also Christmas, so it doesn't matter. But so he doesn't have these crazy, egregious wishes that she's not meeting, right? So she was wrong to do this, but he was also wrong the way he went about it. To just get up and walk out after you open your book or after you open your gift and go out and buy the thing you want. That's kind of giving me spoiled teenager vibes there. What are you doing, President Zelensky? Like, what are you doing there? So I think she was wrong, but you also could have handled this way better. Am I right? Am I missing anything here?
No, I think that's about accurate.
Yeah, I mean, you could have. What he needed to do was have a sit down, come to Jesus moment with her and be like, look, I appreciate what you put into these gifts that you make for me. I really do. But at the end of the day, a lot of these are not things not things that I use. There are specific things that I want that I'm actually going to use. And I appreciate everything you put into these gifts. But if you're going to get me something, please just get me the thing I asked you for. That's all I want. If you want to make this on top of it, fantastic. Go ahead. But if you're going to get me a gift and I asked you for something extremely specific, let's just make it that. My other question would be here, does she have access to his income? Because he said she doesn't make as much money as him. So if this is a situation where she's like a stay-at-home mom with a part-time job making $600 a month, and he's the breadwinner, and he's not giving her, and he's giving her like an allowance, and not, you really can't hold that against somebody either. You know what I mean? So there's some nuance and context that I feel like is missing from this scenario before I can give a full answer. The only affirmative, definitive thing I can say here is that you're a fucking idiot based on the way you type. That's the only objective claim I can make here. Anyway, this has been our show. Would you like to add anything, Mia, before we get out of here?
No.
Don't say anything that's going to get us in trouble.
Don't make me bookmarks for Christmas.
I didn't plan to. Didn't plan to. Yes, thank you so much. We will see you guys Wednesday for the midweek check-in. We'll talk to you soon. Cheat on your taxes, not your spouse. And in the meantime, stay based.